My name is Eleanor Harris. I am 79 years old. I live with my only son, Michael, and his wife, Laura. I was not always forgotten. Once, I had a home filled with laughter, the smell of morning tea, and the sound of kind voices. But love can fade quietly, like a candle burning out when no one is watching. After my husband died, Michael took care of me. He bought my medicine. He cooked sometimes. He asked if I was feeling fine. I was happy. I thought I would never be alone. I remember the first week after my husband died. Michael woke up early to make tea. He made sure I ate breakfast. He sat with me in the evening and asked about my day. I felt safe and loved. But slowly, things began to change. Michael started coming home late. At first, I thought he was just tired. He would walk quietly, shoulders slumped, and sit for only a few minutes before leaving the room. "How was your day, Michael?" I asked. "It was fine, Mother," he said. Laura began complaining more often. "We cannot afford everything, Michael. The food, the bills, your mother's medicine, it is too much." Michael rubbed his forehead. "I know, Laura. We will manage," he said. I often heard them arguing in the kitchen. I tried to ignore it, but I could hear every word. "You spoil her too much," Laura said angrily. "She is my mother. I will not leave her," Michael said. "I am not talking to you," Laura said. "I am talking to reality." I held my blanket tight and stayed quiet. I did not want to be a burden. Some nights I lay awake, listening to their voices and footsteps. The house felt colder. Days passed. Laura spoke less to me. When she did, it was a command or a complaint. Michael stopped asking about my day. He no longer sat with me in the evening. I ate my meals alone, my hands shaking. Some mornings I tried to pour tea. My hands shook and some spilled on the table. Laura sighed from the kitchen. I froze, pretending nothing had happened. Some evenings I walked slowly to the kitchen with my cane to get water. Michael passed me without a word. I felt invisible. I wanted to speak. "Michael, can we talk?" I whispered. He looked at me and shook his head. "I am busy, Mother," he said and walked away. One evening, I was sitting in my room pretending to read. I heard them talking in the kitchen. Laura said, "We cannot keep her forever. The medicine, the food. One day, we will have to leave her somewhere." Michael's voice was low. "I know, Laura. I will think of something." My heart sank. A cold fear spread through me. Could they really leave me alone? I wanted to say something, but I did not. I remembered Michael's small hands holding mine when he was a child. I remembered his gentle voice. He would not let this happen. He was my son. He would protect me, I thought. I stayed quiet. I trusted him completely. Life became harder. Laura gave me food without speaking. She frowned if I dropped anything. Michael stopped helping me. My legs felt weak. I needed help getting up from the chair. Some mornings I could not walk to the bathroom without leaning on walls. One morning I could not get up at all. Fever burned my head. I called softly for water. No one came for a long time. When Michael entered, he looked worried but restless. He gave me a little water. Laura stood behind him, silent and cold. That night, I heard them arguing again. "We cannot waste money on doctors anymore," Laura shouted. "Tomorrow we will take her out." "I understand," Michael said quietly. My heart broke. I was too weak to speak. The next night, Michael helped me into the car. He said, "Mother, we are going for a drive. You will feel better." I wanted to believe him. I trusted him completely. The car drove far past the town, past familiar streets. Darkness covered the road. Finally, it stopped in an empty, quiet place. I could not see much. Laura said, "Let us go." Michael helped me out of the car and laid me on the ground. My legs could not move. My breath was heavy. He placed a thin blanket over me but did not look at my face. I whispered, "Michael, please." He did not answer. They both went back to the car. The sound of the engine grew smaller and smaller until it was gone. I was alone. The night was cold. My body shivered under the thin blanket. I tried to call for help, but my voice was weak. My hands trembled when I tried to move. I stayed awake through the long night. The ground was hard. The air was cold. I heard only the sound of insects and the wind. In the morning, I heard footsteps. A man's voice called out, "Ma'am, are you all right?" I opened my eyes slowly. A tall man bent over me. He gave me water from his bottle and quickly took out his phone. "Do not worry," he said. "I will call the police." Soon officers arrived. They lifted me gently and carried me to the hospital. I stayed in the hospital for many days. Slowly, I got better. The police asked about my family. I told them everything, but I did not want Michael punished. I still loved him. When I was strong enough, they took me to an old age home. At first, I was afraid. I thought I would be alone again. There, I met other people like me. Some were laughing, some were making sweaters, some were playing cards. Slowly, I joined them. I met Ruth. She liked to sing old songs. I met Harold. He always told jokes. We became friends. One afternoon, Ruth said, "Come, Eleanor, let us sing." I laughed softly. "I have not sung in a long time." "Then today we sing," she said. I sang. My heart felt warm. I felt alive again. I walked slowly through the garden, feeling the sun on my face. I talked to friends, shared stories, and laughed quietly. For the first time in many years, I felt I belonged. Sometimes I still think of Michael. I pray for him. A mother's heart never stops loving, but I have stopped waiting for him. In this new home, I found people who care. I found love in strangers who became family. My life did not end the day I was abandoned. It began again. Even at 79, I can say I am not alone anymore. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and share it with friends who are also learning English. Your support helps me bring more stories for you. See you in the next one.